has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at Bill Stadium in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. And we are underway in Buffalo. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down is Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So opening drive 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a time. Timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And it'll be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into him.
Kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here's Allen to throw it. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Edmonds a 1st down and more. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
With that down and distance, no real surprise they decided to throw the ball. But I think where the surprise kicked in, the result. Short pass downfield. That ball got taken for a nice journey to turn into a big play.
Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting has taken over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limited to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Teron Johnson able to pick it, and the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 23. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Allen now on first down. He'll find Gabriel Davis, and he'll be stopped right at midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. You can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
He's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Back deep, Deontay Harris. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st down, Singletary. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw.
He'll get this underneath to Edmonds.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. This is caught. It's Woods. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you.
Touchdown, Broncos! Robert Woods scoring a touchdown against his former mates as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
40's a mic. 40's a mic. I'm coming after you.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll set up to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues. We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Right side complete. That's Woods. And And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Vision and speed, two of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
They'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 11-yard line.
On play action, Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Teron Johnson able to pick it. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25. Oh, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it, because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
On the ground, it's Singletary. And able able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Woods.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Singletary going to get the handoff.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
112 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run on first down with Moss.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And now they'll throw with Allen. He's got his man on the crossing route. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Allen going to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Bills. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A handoff on the option to Singletary. And again, this Buffalo defense there and run support to stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
2nd and inches at the Bills' 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. Now back to throw. This will be caught. Judy. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively, and second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw again.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw.
This is the tight end Fant. And he will have a Broncos first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
At the 8-yard line.
Singletary here running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Let's go.
This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Left side here, that's the tight end Fant.
Touchdown! Noah Fant, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Now McManus for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw, it's Allen. Uncorks one for Davis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here's Matt Hawk now. as he'll kick it away for the second time. Harris now to return. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos on drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. On second down, this is Edmonds. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go right back to Singletary. He'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. On the option to give to Williams here. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. The kick by McManus is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And even 150 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now Allen.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Broncos' 30-yard line.
Here's Allen. He'll air this out deep for Harmon.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
So there's the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let him a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part